Well, please now welcome to the Imus Swimming Program. IFA Craig Crawford, live from Washington, D.C. Good morning, Mr. Crawford.
Good morning, sir.
So what do you do now? So your job is what?
I write my blog every day and at craigcrawford.com for have advertising support and staying alive with that and doing a lot of TV. Doing the current TV. I know you're a big fan of current TV.
Well, as Jimmy Kimmel said, I don't get channel a million. So
what system do you have?
I have DirecTV.
Well, it's 258 on DirecTV.
Okay, now it used to be on your buddy Olbermann's program.
That's not too far from you. It's just 10 channels away from you on DirecTV.
Okay. How's he doing?
Who?
Olbermann.
I haven't talked to him lately, and he was on Letterman, and then he was on Stephanopoulos' show one Sunday.
All right.
And
aren't you guys buddies or no?
I was actually on that night, and when it switched to Spitzer, and I showed up at the studio, and there was Elliot Spitzer. So I've done his show a few times. He's doing a pretty good job. He's very informative.
So you just threw Keith right under the bus soon as
man's got to work.
Yeah, well, that's right. So anyway, Osama bin Laden was disappointed with when Olbermann was fired, I'm told.
No, I didn't hear that.
Or Osama bin Laden's died.
I've been on vacation for a couple of weeks, so I'm a little out of. I've been up in Gloucester, Massachusetts for the last 2 weeks, so I'm a little out of touch.
What were you doing up there?
Well, my partner David, his niece had a bat mitzvah, which is bar mitzvah for girls,
Yeah.
And then we also flung the ashes of my good friend, best friend, who died of brain cancer last year. He had ridden across the country on a bicycle with some others from the Pacific to the Atlantic Ocean, and they ended in Gloucester. And we went to the exact spot. They had a tradition where they would dip their back tires in the Pacific, and then when they got to Gloucester, they dipped their front tires in the Atlantic. So we went to that exact spot, and I got a bagpipe player, and we had a celebration. Not it wasn't a funeral. That was back in November last year, and I made a great video for it. That's on my blog too. That's pretty cool.
Well, it's nice to do that, Craig.
Well, he asked me. He ordered that his ashes be distributed to 16 different people, and he told me, this is something special. I said, this is what I want to do. I actually woke up that night after he told me in the middle of the night, and I thought that's the perfect thing because he did that cross country trip and was proud of it. And I told him, I said, that's what I'm going to do, and he liked that a lot. So that's what we did.
We spread Fred's ashes up on. Donnie did up on Superstition Mountain.
Oh, really?
And that's where my mother's ashes are as well. So,
in like a actual cemetery, or just
no, just the ashes. Just throw them in the wind.
Yeah, I haven't decided. I think the best was probably Hunter Thompson when they blew him out of a cannon.
Yeah, that was cool. So, how's your guy doing, Obama?
Well, I tell you. There's a lot of the consensus in Washington right now. There's what the new phrase is the blue wall, that Democrats have this lock on the Electoral College, and that Romney has a ceiling of 296 and would of course need 270.
Yeah.
But that's a little iffy to me. I mean, if you look at right now, if you look at the polls, there are some states that like Ohio and North Carolina and Indiana that a lot of people say Democrats can win because they won it in the past, that I think are a little iffy. I mean, it comes down to Florida also, my home state. So, if Obama won in 2008 over McCain by something like 7.2% nationally, if that dips down, obviously, and I think it's got to, the more it dips down, the more states come into focus. And so I think you can look at some states like Ohio, North Carolina, Indiana, Pennsylvania, Minnesota, Iowa, New Hampshire. Those are the states to watch over the next few months to see how much of a chance Romney has.
Do you think, talking with my friend Craig Crawford, do you think the president supports gay marriage?
I do.
Yeah.
I think Joe Biden was speaking, what the administration privately believes, and at least that's what they want to signal. I think what they're doing is what they do with a lot of liberal issues to liberals is they kind of wink and say, under their breath they're trying to say, I'm really with you, but I'm afraid to say so. I mean, that's how they are on a lot of issues. And they're signaling to liberals that, just wait, second term we'll do more for it and so on. But and then that leads Republicans to say there's a hidden agenda, and it's a lot of games playing. I mean, I don't know why they just don't come out and say it, because that issue is changing. I saw abortion over the years change. I remember, people forget there was a time not that long ago when Democrats didn't want to talk about abortion and pro-choice. They were afraid of it. And I mean, I remember Dukakis in the 1988 campaign. When George Bush was asked in a debate what should happen to women if they get an abortion, should they go to jail? And Bush sort of indicated that maybe they should, and some Democrats wanted Dukakis to really pounce on that, and they decided not to. In fact, they didn't talk about it at all. I mean, today that would be such an opening Democrats would seize. But these issues change over the years, and it seems like this gay marriage or gay rights in general is changing. Republican primaries, even the hardcore right-wing Republicans basically stayed away from it unless they were asked.
It comes down to who do you love. And in the words of the great Bo Diddley, who do you love? Yeah,
and I want you to maybe you marry, since you didn't, that marriage you were going to do didn't pan out. Maybe you can marry me and David. We promise not to get a Four Seasons. We're celebrating our 25th year in September.
That's pretty good. All right, I got to go. I'll be happy to marry anytime you want.
Well, you got that new shirt for it and everything.
Yes, I do. All right, coming up on 10 to the hour.